Well, this afternoon I'm at Peacehaven on top of the cliffs, and I'm going to walk down these steps, which I've done many times. And the last time I did it was late last year. I counted 197 steps. These are quite famous, these steps, because it was the very first showing of Mr. Bean on the TV, and it shows him coming down the steps, down onto the lower promenade, onto the beach, then trying to change into a bathing costume where a chap in a deck chair couldn't see him. Mr. Bean didn't realise that he was blind. So anyway, I'm not going to talk while we're going down these steps, because it's quite daunting when you look at these steps. And there's been some walkers just came up just now, and they're all, put it bluntly, knackered. So we're doing it the easy way. We're walking down. Going to take our time and just enjoy what you can see. Right, we're on the first platform now, so it's a lovely day. It's cold, very bright, very little wind. As you can see, it's a long way down. It's a 160-foot drop to get down to the lower promenade, so I don't intend to drop. So here we go. Yes, we get lovely views of the cliffs over by Peacehaven, and it's another walk I should be doing in a couple of weeks' time. I don't know if you can hear, but the gentle waves lapping on the beach, very restful. Almost at the bottom. There's another set of steps further down, about half a mile from here, going towards Brighton, called the Baston Steps. And the name of these steps are the Friars Bay Steps. And I should be having a look as I walk along, see if I can see any of the animalites that are on the beach. They're all in chalk, so they don't last very long once they're uncovered by the sea. But we normally see lots of them, so if I do see them, I'll put them on the video. Right, just coming down to the bottom now. 96, 97, there we are. Yeah, that didn't hurt, did it? Right, have a look along here, and yeah, the tide's on its way out, and this is where Mr. Bean went down these steps, and then he saw this man sitting in a deck chair and wanted to put his bathing costume on, so he did all sorts of things thinking the man could see, but he was a blind man. So yeah, so just going to walk up to the end of the promenade here. This is where it ends, or should we say starts. Promenade goes all the way up to Brighton. I've walked it several times. Yeah, at the end here we've got some sea defences goes into the sea, but unfortunately they're all wearing away now with the strength of the tide. I don't expect the local council were doing about them, so yes, it's a lovely piece of beach to explore when the tide's going out. Never do it when the tide's coming in, otherwise you might get cut off. So, and you can see high tide does actually go up the cliff there, so if you did get cut off you're in trouble. Yeah, so normally when I go down on this beach, I go down on these steps. Plenty of signs to say you know, danger of falling. But yeah, so as I say, the bottom of those steps is very green and very slippery. I was going to go down there, but there's a chap sunbathing, so I thought, well, I wouldn't disturb him. So right, we're just going to have a gentle walk along this bottom promenade now. So sun is rather warm down here. It's a bit chilly on top of the cliff, but down here out the wind, although it's not a strong wind, it was still cold. Right, so we're just coming up to the steps that we came down, and I say it's not too bad walking back up, because you've got little platforms all the way up there where you can rest, and take your time, you should be alright. Even with me, my lack of oh, excuse me, breathing and my dodgy knee, I can do it. But I'm going to walk up to the other set of steps and we'll have a look at those. I actually do this walk about 3 times a year, and normally in the spring, summer and autumn. Mainly to see what fossils have been uncovered, but they don't say exposed very long, being chalk, they dissolve. Right, here you'll see most of the rocks here are actually just pure chalk. Looks a bit like a moonscape. Yes, I can't see any fossils here at the moment. We'll have a look in the next bay. As I say, they don't last long once they're uncovered by the water. Right, well, we're going to walk down here. I've got to go very careful here. They're big steps and they can be very slippery. So you'll have to bear with me at the moment. Oh, that was a bit precarious, that, but we're down. We're okay. Yeah, got to go a bit careful. So, as you can see, it's all pure chalk here. You could be on the moon here, couldn't we? Yeah. So, let's have a walk. Being very careful where I walk. That would be nice in the garden as a planter. Don't think it would fit in my haversack. If the camera's a bit jerky, it's because I'm having to watch where I walk. Look how the sea has done that. I mean, sea worms have been in there first, and then the water does the rest of it. But yeah, that's a bit easier to walk here. That is one there. Not a very good representation of one, but that is actually an Annamite. And I say last year there were loads on this part of the beach, but it looks like most of them have dissolved and gone away. And that there, believe it or not, is another one, because you can see the way it goes round. That's an Annamite, very big one, as you can see. I'm hoping that we can see a perfect one, you know, the complete shape. But if we don't, we don't. It won't be the end of the world. Yeah, this is yet another one here. You can see that that was probably about 3 foot in diameter, that one. As I say, it's incomplete now, but you can see the ridge going round there, and it's another small one on top. Yeah, so but when you see this in front of us, it looks like snow. But you can see how the waves have worn it all away. But we're going over here because I think there might be some the old Annamites up here. You really need to spend the whole day here, because you can pick up other fossils as well, which you can actually put with a collection you have at home. Yes, that one there was one. Getting a bit awkward underfoot at the moment. Yeah, so we're not going to have a lot of luck with these fossils today, but never mind, it's a lovely day for a walk. I'm enjoying it. Right, get away from this water, get on a bit of dry ground. I've only got a pair of trainers on today. Right. Yes, you can see the full majesty of the cliffs here. Let's have a walk along this seawall. Yes, a lovely bit of beach, unspoilt, and every time I come back it's changed. Right, this next lot is where I used to find most of the fossils. We'll see what this is like, and then we will go back up onto the lower promenade and do a little bit more walking. So here we go. I do love these. They're very striking where they're so white, except for the seaweed that attaches itself. But oh, I see a big one. Now that is a bigger ammonite. The size of that. That is wonderful. Yeah. Just think, millions of years ago, it's made up of tiny little crustaceans and such like. Yeah, so another one. I don't know how clear this is coming out on the camera because I can't get too close because the rocks are very slippery, and there's a baby one there. Hello, Cinderella's left her shoe behind. I wonder if she'll get home before midday or midnight. I see there's another one up the back there. Another one there. Another one there. And this one's got a curly bit on top as well. There's a small one there. But I'll put my hand there, gives you an idea the size of this ammonite. Yeah, nature's wonderful. Remains of one there. I remember this one from last year. Last year it actually came all the way out here. I think we've got one still white here. Yes, one here. Give you a better idea of the size. They're all distinctive, like the shape of a big dustbin lid. And you can see all these little bits there. But yeah, so we'll go along the seawall and back onto the lower prom. What a lovely country we live in. We have extremes, could be separated by 1 mile, and the countryside will be completely different. Yes, wonderful. Right, we're going to go up those steps, and so I've finished this part of the video. And if I see anything interesting, I'll start another one. But yeah, so right, we're back on the prom, the lower prom. We're going to walk up to the next set of steps, and I may go up those. I won't film because I should need all the breath I've got just to walk up them. Anyway, there's quite a few animals out there. There's a big one over there, but you won't be able to see it with this camera. You can tell that they are by the shape of them at the base. They're circular. And but last year there were a lot more up by the high tide mark, and they were perfectly formed, pure white. But over the winter months they've all dissolved. So there you go. Yeah, there's another animal right down there, but don't think the camera will pick it up. But it's only a small Sony action camera, so it's the sort that motorcyclists and cyclists put on their helmets. And I just thought, get one, it would be handy for my walking, because my big camera jerks too much when I walk trying to do a video. I think the tide's on the turn now. I think I must come over one day when we've got storms and see what it's like here. Put my wet weather gear on and stay this side of the sea wall, of course, and see what it looks like. Well, there's the start of Bastion steps, and you're going to just go past it, sit on the seawall for a few minutes, get my breath back, and then I should be going up them into the village of Peacehaven and catch a bus and make my way back to Eastbourne on the Brighton and Hove bus, and then catch the stagecoach to Hastings. Having served on local buses for over 30 years, I get a retirement pass, so I don't have to pay anything, and I don't have to wait till 9:30 in the morning. I can use it anytime, anywhere in the UK. Right, well, that's a slope which normally I would go up that, but I'm going to go up the steps today, and as I say, I'm not going to take the camera or do video of it, because I should need all my puff just to get up there, but Yeah, so there we go. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed this second part. Been kind to everybody, and I'll see you further down the log.